Oh, hello. Hi. Today, I will be reacting to Tool. I have reacted to two Tool things so far, The Pot and Vicarious. This is a sponsored request by a member of the Tool Army. They put in their request by going to my link tree, which is at the top of my profile, and then clicking request form. Okay? This then goes onto my spreadsheet right here with a link. I am going to do a lyric video. I've been told by the Tool people don't do any of their official music videos because they're weird and take away from the song. And I like to do the lyric video because then I can understand what they're saying, because the words are so important, as I'm finding out that, Maynard is such a good singer and they really add the voice as a vital part of the ensemble. I have a cable running here to my keyboard there. Okay, so my Yoshi fell. I'm not happy about it, but he'll put him back. Here, there you go, Yoshi. All right, let's start with this. Descending. That's cool. I think the ambient sound is a combination of like airplane white noise, traffic, like actually when you hear like cars going by, like freeway, and also a little bit of ocean. But I think they're kind of blended together. So it gives an effect of like, which one am I listening to? Which is cool. All right, I wrote a lot of notes throughout this. As you could see, I was kind of trying to get a sense of the soundscape and the story it was telling and the highs and the lows in terms of volume, but also the intensity. There's a lot of, I'd say, what makes the song kind of work, aside from the from the vocals, which is very nice, is there's a lot of these guitar riffs that come in and out, and they're different. Like, they're not like it's one guitar riff the whole time, like there's that, like, arpeggiated kind of like trebly, it's kind of light. And then throughout it, we get a lot of different colors with the guitar. Like, there's a lot of pedal effects. And so we get a lot of different voices. If you think about it, look, I'm an opera singer, okay? So I studied a lot of classical music. So what's cool, and again, I was never a big rock person. I'm not like, I like it. I like metal. I like it. I'm just not like, I'll listen to, the Broadway musical Hair like 100 times because I like singing along, and I like da na 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 da 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 extra extra extra. But this is extra. This is extra in its own way. This is extra in like it's very dramatic, and that's why I think I like it. It reminds me a lot of opera, actually. It's very dramatic. It builds. It's telling a story. There's so many. So anyway, when guitars use a different sound effect, you're getting a different color. You're getting a different emotion. That's how you think about it. It's like we do the same thing as singers. I darken my tone, or I lighten my tone, or sometimes I'm so breathy in what I'm singing, right? And that all has an emotional impact. And I think the same of the pedal effects with the guitars. So I think that's cool. Then, of course, the bass is just kind of and I like that kind of bass because it's like all over the place, and it brings a whole new texture rather than a bass just being like the bass note, which was traditionally, a lot of bassists just kind of play the bass note and sustain it. 4 beats, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. No, it's all over. And then the drummer's amazing. He's like, they're using it to move things along, and the reason that happens is that we walk, right? Humans walk, and we have heartbeats, right? So remember, when music is fast, it's stimulating a heightened heartbeat, because when we're excited, our heartbeat rises. And when we're running, our heartbeat rises. Like, so anything that's intense, our heartbeat rises. When we're relaxed, our heartbeat's slow. So in the same way, we're very emotionally impacted by tempo. So it's not even that and sometimes it's not even like necessary. There were definitely accelerando. That's when we go a little faster. There was, más, what it's called, molto tempo, poco a poco, whatever. There's like, there's a way to get like slightly faster, little by little, right? And crescendo is getting louder little by little. Diminuendo is getting quieter by little by little. But then sometimes when they're changing where the drum accent happens, rather than thinking it's going to happen on one, like 1 2 3 4, 1 2, right? Bump, bump, bump. You usually get it on the 1 and the 3. They'll be like, ba, 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 ba. And then you get this syncopation, and then that makes you feel like the beat's moving ahead. It's not necessarily moving faster. It's that you feel the downbeat sooner than you expect. And then you're like, oh, this is exciting. Okay. So that totally happened throughout this song as well. Lyrically, again, so as I've understood from other Tool videos I've watched so far, Tool would come up with their kind of instrumental rock. And then Maynard and whatever the others would come up with this vocal melody over it, but it wasn't necessarily written with it, is what I think you guys were saying, that it was kind of added as a cherry on top. And I like that in a sense because, well, it's the opposite way that I would write a song, because the way I write songs is I write the melody first, and then I come up with the chords to orchestrate it. And arguably that might be the way to write a better melody. But given the restrictions of let's write first a orchestral landscape of guitar, bass, synth, whatever else they use, drums, and then let's add a voice on top, I actually think they do a very good job. It's almost like a counterpoint voice. Counterpoint is like a complementary melody. like you have a melody and then you have to write something against that melody that kind of works with the melody, but gives itself a different shape, okay? So in a way, his melody is kind of like counterpoint. Like it works over that, but yeah. So anyway, that's my sense of it. I like it. It's hard to know what this is. It's called descending. There's a lot of talk about like, oh, you're flying, you're not falling, you're floating, we're all descending. I think it was a societal commentary on a lot of things. Like if you're just complacent, you're not really paying attention to what's going on in the world. You're just kind of sinking unless you're kind of like staying afloat, like treading water. I mean, obviously you could interpret this poetry a lot of ways. Drifting through this boundlessness, right? Okay, there's no air, there's apathy, a lot of apathy. Like we're not paying attention to what's going on around us. Wake up your minds, people. Like a lot's going on. So free fall through our midnight. So yes, I liked what they did here. And I thought his melody, and I remember I typed the part about how they like put this space between the words. Da-da, a little ba, and then a ba. It's very unnatural because you wouldn't necessarily talk like that or write a poem like that. But it was very impactful for what the words were saying because it's against how you would normally say it. And I think it actually makes it sound stronger. So anyway, that's my reaction to Tool. If you guys want to sponsor one, this was a $50 donation. I'm glad he gave me $50 because it was longer. It was like 14 minutes long, but I did it. Short songs, that's why I say like, 20 to 50. It just depends on whether it's a 3-minute song or that was like a 15-minute, Anyway, so now it's marked off. That's the only way I see requests, okay? If you put them in the comments, I might look at them, I might heart it, but I don't make a note to do it because I have too many comments coming in. So please use my spreadsheet because I like being organized. All right, thank you. So that's how you can request. And by the way, if you don't donate, it's okay. I end up putting them over here and I usually get to them during a live stream. So that's how I've decided to kind of do it, like a dedicated video for sponsored requests. And then like, unless someone wants it in a live stream, if you specifically want to donate and you want it in a live stream, just put that in the notes. Like, please put this in a live stream. I'd be like, yes. But if you're like, otherwise just request whatever you want. And these are not donated. And the green ones I have finished. So just to show you, it's still worth putting them in there so I can reference them quickly when I'm on my live streams. And I just click the link and I go, oh, here's the next one. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.